pavilions that I use to kind of fill to let you guys know that it is kind of busy.
Guards
Um,
in the corner.
yeah, the guards are unique. Granted, I use this. The reason why I use that armor is because that's the common armor that pretty much any for hired people in the city use and can get their hands on. It's
Yeah.
legal SDC armor that security guards, like hired out security and mercenaries, all can get. So you see it frequently. Um, Assuming you guys head inside, this is Brindle down here at the bar. What you guys know of this place is that, like I mentioned, as long as you're buying drinks, the information's free. Granted, all the drinks here are marked up quite a bit to pay for that information.
Yeah.
Uh, on the same time, back here in the back of the building, there's some slot machines. So if any of you are gamblers, there you go. And then there's actually a video call machine right here where you can actually make video calls, or if you need to do any computer work, open to use as long as you're drinking. Uh, so that is that. There's a stage up here where people can do karaoke and stuff. There's usually people up there. So it's up to you guys if you want to do anything. Restrooms are back here.
Maybe later.
Yep. The one thing that is kind of nice about this place is they actually have a pretty decent, we'll call it a cleanup station. It's not just for personal care. You can actually clean your armor, your weapons here. They actually have a little stand and work lights and stuff there for you. You have to have all your own tools, but they have the lighting and the space for it. So you're not allowed back in this room or back in this room. The door back here is locked at all times and guarded. It just leads to the alleyway, which you guys know where it goes to, but you're not allowed to go in or out there. And then this table up here, as long as it's open, you can take it, but if a VIP comes in, you got to move.
Ah.
So otherwise, you can sit wherever you want.
Perfect. All right. Well, I head on over.
How much are we talking for drinks, by the way?
Instead of the usual like $3 for a drink, it's like $5. So like 70% markup.
Okay, I was just wondering because I know how much money I have, so I gotta keep track of that because I'm kind of poor.
Yeah.
Well, I
I'm just
said
gonna,
I'd buy whoever was coming around. So.
unless I'm just gonna like walk like one step behind and like to the left of Fred, um, as he goes through.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna follow him like a I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably gonna keep my distance a little bit because the last time I was too close to Fred, I had some weird dude hitting on me.
Yeah.
Murray, you're just gonna hang out by the door. Or you're gonna come in.
Um, I'm probably gonna go to the bar.
Okay, Johnny, are you grabbing a seat, or are you just gonna stand over by the table?
I'm gonna grab a seat.
Okay. All right. So, you guys walk in. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and make a roll to see if he remembers Johnny. Yeah, he does. Or not Johnny, but Fred. He's like, "Oh, hey, Fred, how's it going?"
Hey. Not bad. Not bad. How's it going, Gren? Good to see you.
It's been one hell of an evening. You
Yeah.
here for the special drinks?
Yeah. Always. I'll
Assumed as
take.
much.
I'll take a round for me and my chaps.
So he slides you guys. Well, he brings up 4 bottles of Fred's Special, which is the cheapest thing that will get you information.
Yeah.
Uh,
You got it.
so that'll be 20 credits for the 4 drinks.
All right. I got it.
As he kind of walks over, he says, "Kind of glad you stopped by, actually."
Oh yeah.
He kind of like looks at the group. He's like, "It's the new crew you're running with." Uh, by the way, so this is something that Fred, actually anybody at the bar, especially Murray and Fred right now, the bar actually has very specific base set up around, so right around that double word. The base of the bar actually has subwoofers and stuff kicking out a lot of bass. so you can't hear the conversations at the bar from more than a couple feet away.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you have to lean over to hear the conversations.
Nice.
And it's just a very constant low bass, like the vibrating of the bass to constantly just kick out from there. It says, so who are these guys? Before I start spilling information here.
Oh. Well, we got fucking
Is Arlo just gonna stay back over there, or is he gonna come up to the bar at all?
I mean, I guess if there's a bottle of beer, I'll stand like next to him,
yeah.
next to Fred.
We got Johnny, Murray, Arlo, myself. We've been tearing around town for the last few days. They're good. They're good people.
All right.
They might not
he
look
hol-
it, but
he holds up his beer and he kind of slides it over to presumably Arlo or Murray, whoever is closer to him at the time. Says, "Want to bring this over to your friend? I don't currently have a waitress."
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Just
Not
go-
gonna get that beer.
What's
I'll
that?
go over and just like knock off the cap on the table and put it down in front of Johnny, and then just walk back.
Okay. So there's a lot of movement tonight. To be blunt, because I don't actually have a lot of time, it's kind of busy in here. I've got a lot going on. It sounds like some of the rioters are planning to ambush some of the coalition, like one of the coalition patrols. It sounds like they've got conventional firearms and some contraband hand-to-hand weapons to take down a patrol. Looks like they're trying to get themselves some mega damage, some military grade armor and weapons. From my understanding, it sounds like there's a couple hundred of them that are planning this ambush.
oh shit.
They plan on doing it here in the blackout district, so no cameras.
Oh man,
Uh,
that's just gonna
It's dumb
instigate a
as shit.
bigger response.
Yeah, well, it seems like some of the people that are planning the riots, it sounds like they're preparing for something a little bit bigger than just standard riotry.
Hmm. Well, shit. Yeah, I mean,
Whatever
so
happens, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
yeah, they're out right now doing little shakedowns, looking for like the rebel leaders, I think, or any information about them.
Yeah, I imagine that's what I saw them roll by earlier, but you know, didn't think much of it, just coalition troops and patrols. But yeah, I don't know, it seems like it's well planned. The people that are orchestrating the riots, especially these ones, they seem to be a league of their own. They seem to be one step ahead of the coalition at all times. So I'm guessing they have some kind of inside man or inside knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully
What's
it
that?
stays that way. That's whoever it is gonna get caught eventually, and it could be bad.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt about that. I would stay away from the blackout district. I wouldn't want to be out on the streets tonight.
Hmm. All right. Oh,
But yeah, so I suggest you guys either get home and lay low or plan on hanging out here till morning. Um, so
thanks for the info, as always.
yeah, he's like, that's probably enough for now. Come back in like 10 minutes and I'll have some more for you. Kind of like, ushers you on your way to go sit down and have a drink or two.
Yep.
So while you guys are
I'm going up here.
drinking,
You guys want to join me?
he's like, Murray, get up here.
Yeah. Come on, you fucking uggos.
I'm sorry, I'm Johnny. He's Johnny sitting at the table by himself.
Watching the karaoke, like,
I'm just gonna like stand like just a step behind your chair, Fred, and
Okay.
just like
Getting ready to flick
really,
your-
really awkwardly,
All right.
like
just
I'm
look like
your,
budget security.
well, yeah, like I'm your freaking personal bodyguard, but I'm definitely just like on Overwatch kind of.
Yep.
I like that. This entire time we could have
Maybe not
had.
even consciously, because I'm still like just casually, sipping on the beer.
Little did you guys know, Ben's been a mole this whole time. Who would suspect the ex-coalition soldier as the traitor? Just breaks your neck.
Beer bottle in the back of that.
That was the only opportunity you had to take him out.
Yeah.
The only one.
So, while you guys are sitting here, couple of minor notes. Once people get drinking, that karaoke machine is on constantly. There are people up there singing frequently, and 99% of them are just awful. Just awful,
Nice.
awful.
Nice.
All right. Well, my turn.
Do it.
God damn it. I hate when these guys suck ass and then I have to go up here and at least be somewhat entertaining. All right, I got 18
Okay,
out
so while
of
you walk up there,
42.
so Brindle sees you going up towards her. He's like, without further ado, Fred Fox.
And I'm like all night long.
Yeah, so as you get going, kind of cool thing. People kind of really get involved with your music. They really, really like it.
Good.
People happily move up. People even just like kind of stand to like listen to you. They kind of clear the bar area in general. I'm gonna kind of move you up here. Is Arlo still following him?
No, I'm gonna stay.
Because that'd be funny.
That'd be real awkward.
Which is why I could see it being a thing.
No, I'm just gonna stand back here, lean up against the wall.
Question.
Go ahead.
I have imitate voices and sounds. Could I use that as a way of doing karaoke?
You can make a show out of it, but it's not used for performance.
Okay.
Like you could if you want to go up there and be like a backup singer, I would allow that.
Because like I can imitate voices. So can I imitate Fred
Yeah.
Buck's voice? It's like a
Yeah.
background singer.
You could definitely try. Why don't you give me a roll while you go up there and like take on the duet kind of role?
Cute.
Oh, I just didn't make it. I rolled a 67. I needed a 61.
Okay, so while you're up there causing a distraction,
Slightly off key, just enough.
the guard over here, actually, while everyone's kind of distracted, makes his way up here, just kind of peeks around the corner. He's like, Brindle wants to talk to one of you guys. And he makes his way back down over here.
I notice Arlo heading to the bar. I just
Just kind of
Yep. Give him a little wave.
yep.
I'll be right back. I gotta turn on my attic fan real quick. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Never.
I wanted to bring this up to you guys earlier, but there's just too many people and have kind of a sensitive thing I'd like to run by you guys. Fred's a pretty good guy, so I'm gonna assume you're right up there with him. Especially if he lets you come up here and get information for him. He doesn't trust a lot of people.
Sure.
He just trusts everyone. Okay. Okay. This guy's great.
It's
Oh.
yeah. It's more so I surface level trust everyone, but I also don't trust anybody.
Yep. Are you folks looking for some work? Or are you up for looking into something for me? I'll give you the details, but I just want to know if you're available for any kind of work at all.
Suppose we are, yeah.
As you can see, it's quite busy in here, and it's just me here. My waitress has gone. Well, she's been gone for a couple days. Naomi, she's not one to miss work. She ain't one, but she's kind of like a daughter to me, so I wouldn't mind if someone would stop at her apartment and just check in on her for me. Her boyfriend's kind of a douchebag, so I hope nothing happened. But it's not like her to miss work. Her boyfriend's kind of your typical street thug bullshitter.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. He goes on a little tangent about how shitty he is, druggy, gangbanger
right.
kind of kid.
How many days ago?
She's missed 2 shifts. So 3, 2, 3.
So since the first riot.
Uh, Sounds about right. I honestly haven't been keeping too track of the exact days that's been going on, but yeah, it sounds about right. She wouldn't be one that'd get caught up in that kind of stuff, and her boyfriend's probably not there enough in the head to get caught up in that kind of stuff, but you never know. Her apartment's just down the street. I just don't have time to stop and go check in on her.
Some people do accidentally, but
Fair enough.
I'll ask my group.
Yeah, I mean, all I really need is just if you just swing by her apartment, see if anything's going on. He writes down like the address for you, and he's like, if you can check on him, I'll pay for your time. Just swing by and check in on them.
How much?
Well, if you find something useful, 200 credits. Which, for just walking down the street, knocking on a door, it's literally like a block away. So
Just kind of like nod and walk back over to where Johnny is. Wait for Fred and Murray to finish their thing.
yeah. So after that song, your song is kind of wrapping up around the same time that their conversation finishes up. Are you guys gonna keep going a little bit, or are you gonna kind of cut it there? And
Nope, gotta leave them wanting more.
okay, so like you guys leave, and like there's like a noticeable sigh as you guys leave, and people like quickly shuffle back to different chairs, being like, "Well, don't want to be anywhere near the karaoke."
There. Now, no one
Yeah,
get
how am I
the-
supposed to follow that?
Now, no one get up there unless they're as good. You bunch of drunk fuckers.
Uh,
That'll keep them quiet for a while.
Arlo, you gonna pass on your info?
Yep, I will relay what he told me.
Yes, well,
Oh, all right. Sounds all
Just out
right.
the block, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So, yeah, I mean, easy work is easy work, and then the worst case is it's not easy.
What time is it?
it's probably it's probably just around 6 o'clock now. You probably just heard the alarm just a couple minutes ago. It was a pretty short walk here in the first place, so you guys didn't spend a lot of time. Actually, why don't who would have frequented here? I guess is a better way to say it rather than just having you guys roll. Any of you guys would you guys commonly drink here aside from
Yeah.
Fred, maybe?
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Okay. Do you want to just give me an IQ roll, just percentage dice? I just want to see if you have memory of Naomi at all, so you know what she looked like if you saw her.
46.
Yeah, you'd probably recognize her. She does kind of stand out. She dresses a little bit nicer than your standard riffraff.
All right.
You don't have a picture of her or anything, but she's pretty noticeable. Oh, give me this thing.
Oh, is she around? Oh,
She has like almost like stark white hair. It's chemically dyed, and then she has very, very blue eyes. So she's a pretty recognizable person if you saw her.
okay. So yeah, I should be able to spot her.
Is this a place that we can stay overnight?
Yeah, so that's actually, I'm sorry, I actually meant to mention that long before. Any of the named places like this, it's all rooms upstairs. So most of these places you can stay overnight. Any of the ones that are named have overnight lounges that you can bunk in, pay for, whatever.
So,
So
does he want us to check on her like tonight?
As soon as possible, but obviously he understands if you don't want to go out after curfew. If you do go out after curfew, you are technically going to a residential building, so most likely the collision wouldn't bother you. But that's your call.
I think we could probably get away with it, but
Yeah, like I said, I mean it's a block. It's a block away, so it's a 2-minute walk. So it's up to you.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Let's do it. All right. But before we go, uh, just as a prequel, Johnny's gonna go back up to the bar, and I'm gonna say, serve me like a college student. Give me your biggest, strongest, cheapest drink.
It's like college. So
Yeah, college.
Right, but
we don't
Yeah.
educate
you know
the
what?
population here. Yeah, I know. He's like, the Tonight Special. So he hands you what's essentially like
Did he say
a
Riot
32
Night
ounce
Special?
It's like essentially like a 32 ounce like it's a disposable container. It's not like glass or anything, and it's like you see them littered all over the street. Like you can get this at any bar. It's like it's called the Tonight Special. It's just basically like a 32 ounce like container. It tastes okay. It's very fruity, but it's very very heavy in alcohol content.
It's like when they have Long Island iced teas pitchers for the special, the cheap.
Yep, basically. And
Okay.
the only problem is it gives you like major gut rot after a couple of them. So
Yeah.
Well, I only plan on having one, and I plan on like drinking while walk, just like kind of a dull pain, and raise my bullshit level, like
Yep.
what I can tolerate before breaking into a fist fight. So, how
Gotcha.
much do I owe?
he's like, $8. Hey,
Got it.
creds.
Marking on the
Uh,
character sheet.
He's like, and then I'll owe you a spark of information down the road. That comes free with the drink.
Okay.
He basically just like he does like a shorthand for your name if you introduced him earlier, so he has like a shorthand. It's basically like a tab book.
Yeah, I said Johnny.
Sure.
I didn't give any last
Yep.
names.
Yep.
Johnny, ugly Scarface fucker.
He's like, you have a face I'll remember.
Yeah, it'll be. I mean, it's like it's ugly Johnny, ugly Murray, ugly Arlo.
Hot Fred.
Uh,
It's the trio.
to be fair, like Arlo's more of ugly just because of his like status.
All right.
I think he's
yeah. Okay, he's more gruff and grim.
yeah.
than-
Honestly, Arlo probably looks like a lot of like the standard like patrons of this place.
Yeah.
Everybody's
then-
an alcoholic here.
Yeah,
And Murray is just like a burn victim, and then Johnny is an orc. So
well, what we need to do is we just need to get Johnny and Murray some like half plate armor for both of them on
Yeah.
the separate sides.
One side.
Yep.
Oh yeah, after I just have one pretty side. This is my
Yep.
good side. This is what you have to take pictures of.
No nonsense. If Johnny gets half plate armor
And
or
cover
armor
the
that
pretty
covers
side,
his,
yeah.
I'm gonna cover the
Pretty
pretty side.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This, and then you say, "This is my good side."
yeah.
Yep.
Right. You don't want to see my bad side.
Yeah.
That's your good side? Oh god.
All right, I'm gonna run upstairs quickly and fill up my water bottle before we go to the next part. So I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a drink too in that case. Be right back.
Arlo.
Yo,
So after our last excursion, I kept your
Which-
money. Do you
which
want it
one?
now?
what?
Here. Just take this, unless you don't want it. In which case, I'll be your bank. It's a credit
I
stick.
forgot about money.
Yeah. Do you want it? You're not broke.
I just kind of look at it for a couple of seconds, and then I'll
I'll hang on to it.
shrug and hold out my
And what?
just kind of shrug and hold out my hand for it.
Okay. Here you go. So 2,500.
Okay.
There. Now if I get robbed, I won't lose your and my money.
That's kind of why I took it.
What?
It's kind of why I took it.
Ah, all right.
It seemed like you've probably been mugged
Oh yeah.
more than a few times.
So where'd you get your education, Arlo? I was brought up on the streets. Mom and Pops taught me what I know. You get some crazy coalition books?
Yep. Well, not books. Videos. They don't teach you to read. Unless you're
No?
an officer.
Can you read?
Nah. Can you?
Nah? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can read.
Oh.
I can read a few words in a row, put them together, make a sentence, put those together, form some paragraphs.
It's good for you.
Well,
I can read, but I'm not a fan of punctuation.
yeah.
Complicates things.
Well, I can't do half the things you can do in the staying alive category, so I think together we'll figure some shit out. How about you
Yep.
there? What's your education here? Seemed to,
Talking about me?
yeah, or both of yous. What are you, a taxi
No.
driver?
No, born and raised in the fucking slums, dog.
Not you, the one who picked us up in a taxi.
Nah, I born and raised on the streets. I was orphaned at like 6. I don't remember my parents really. I think they were drunks anyways.
Ah,
Kind of floated around with the different gangs.
shit. Since you were
Don't
6,
really. Yeah.
gangs wanted you when you were 6? Damn.
Well, I was a watch out.
All right,
Seen him
yeah.
with that chain.
I used to be real pretty.
Oh, sorry.
Not anymore.
Yeah, that's a rough life. So yeah, Johnny, how about you?
So, let's see. I learned pretty much everything by trial and error.
Oh yeah.
How's that go? How's that old phrase go? Fuck around, find out. Yeah, that was me.
Just
Oh.
kind of wordlessly point at your.
That was a mistake. It was not my fault. I swear that motherfucker Zach got me bad chemicals. I did everything right the way it was supposed to be done.
What were you
Not
doing?
my fault.
Sometimes you can do everything right and it still blows up in your face, huh?
Exactly.
Drink to
And I
that.
promise you, ever find Zach, I'm a fucking kill him.
Zach who?
I never got his last name, but I'll never forget that motherfucker's face.
Zach.
And
Zach
at this
someone.
point, his like sipping drink has turned into like a chugging drink.
Well, what were you doing?
But yeah, so I managed to like almost get off the shit heap, man.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
school, I got an apprenticeship, and Zach found me. My mom got sick. Zach knew somehow that I needed money. Told me to make this, that, and the other for him. Didn't care what it was for. I knew what I was making. I don't give a shit. I'm not stupid. But I gotta have money, and literally blew up in my face.
Fuck.
And now I got this. And my mom abandoned me, my family abandoned me, my fiance left me. So fuck this world. Fuck everything about it. Finish his drinks that he intended to have as like a walking drink. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
empty.
Sorry, didn't mean to bring up the past. I was just making the conversation.
Whoops, I do that a lot.
Well, other than the tragic backstories, I think there's a lot of good skills around the table.
Yeah, let's go beat up this girl's shitty
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Right.
100%.
I'll hold, you punch.
Sounds good.
So are you guys gonna head out now then?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Give me one of them specials on the way out.
All right. Let's see here. All right. So you guys head on out. Give me just a second here.
Well, if you ever need an assistant in whatever you're making, I've got some pretty steady hands.
We'll see.
So, oh, go ahead. So just on the block, like I said, it's just a block down. There's a kind of a late night convenience store, pharmacy kind of place right here. To the left of it is the entry to an apartment complex, basically. This is a very standard layout for most of the structures here in the city. Most likely, if any of you have been in any other buildings, most of them have this similar layout. This is a very common design they use for the buildings because it allows for a retail space and then a bunch of apartments above it. For at least smaller families. So individuals, people looking for like 1 or 2 people, maybe 3 people living in one apartment. This is kind of the general layout that you guys see quite frequently. And these right here are elevators, and pretty much every floor going up mimics it, with the exception of the retail space. The retail space is usually just another apartment added onto it. So most floors mimic this same layout. And then instead of this being a doorway out, it's just like a big window into the alleyway overlooking the city or wherever it is, depending on the building. So most of you are somewhat familiar with this general layout once you guys walk inside the door. Assuming no one's stopping at the convenience store. I mean, you might if you want something, but assuming none of you guys are,
I'm good.
the moment you guys walk in, you guys would recognize the general layout of the building, and so it wouldn't surprise you in the least. That being said, based on the address, you got to go up to the second floor, and the apartment is this one right here. I have it. Did I have it hit, like revealed for you guys?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can do this.
Yeah. So, assuming you guys just kind of walk up,
Yep.
the door is definitely broken. Like someone shouldered it in. It's not like off the hinges laying down, but someone broke the door jamb for it. So like the door is forcibly opened from the outside.
Okay.
Is it like open right now, or
No, it's like somebody like tried to close it, but they couldn't close it all the way.
Okay, so it's like somebody broke in and then like it's just been kind of like laid back into the.
Yeah, so like I mean,
Frame.
it's partially open. It's open like like a couple inches because it can't physically close anymore. So like it's currently just cracked open a little bit. It's not like wide open. But you guys can hear the TV on inside. Just background noise, a TV show. Presumably, it's actually probably just the state TV, so it's just news and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been kind of just like raise my hand, like, can we knock?
Yeah, it just the door just kind of creaks open, and as far as you can tell, there's no one in there. Bathroom door is closed over here, but nothing in the main apartment area. Are you gonna walk in or?
Kind of very slowly like look in. Can I roll trap detection to see if there's anything sketchy going on?
Yep,
Or
absolutely.
if I think there's anything sketchy. That's a 57 out of 40. So nope.
It honestly just looks like a break-in.
Okay.
There's a little bit of a mess, but it could just be how they live.
What was dude's name?
You never got a name. None of you guys stopped back and talked to Brindle.
All right, or her?
Naomi.
Naomi, yeah.
Naomi, that's right.
you guys would actually see a couple pictures. So they're digital photos. So they're a couple of different picture frames. You see who is the guy I'm honestly not gonna like really care about at the moment, but you do see a picture of the girl. The girl is pretty, like I said, she's pretty noticeable. I'm gonna put the picture. I could just like,
Okay.
just properly.
All right.
Okay, I guess I'll move it down here so it's out of the apartment.
Yeah.
Once we determine that there's nobody immediately in here, I'll just kind of like sweep the room, look in the bathroom.
It's already ransacked and dirty. Why are you gonna sweep it?
It they help clean up. You think you made for them?
Mm-hmm. They're not gonna pay you.
As you're doing like a once over, it looks like somebody kind of. It could have been like just them how they live, but it looks like somebody honestly went through and kind of like lifted everything, kind of looking for something. Nothing's like trash, like they didn't empty the drawers out or anything, but there's definitely drawers that aren't like fully closed and stuff like that in the dresser. In the bathroom, though, you find yourself a dead body, a dead boyfriend, actually.
It's a dead body in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Is he in the bathtub?
Partially. So first of all, it's definitely the boyfriend, which based on the different pictures and stuff with different writing, his name was Trent. He's
Of course.
the most noticeable things is that the sink is broke, presumably from his face smashing into it.
Damn.
And then there's a bullet hole in his head as well.
Damn.
He looks like he's been through a little bit.
Front or back?
The bullet hole is right in his face. Like,
Execution.
yeah, I mean his face is pretty beat up. Like it didn't even have time to swell or anything like that. But like he got wrecked pretty bad. Like someone threw him around this bathroom pretty good because the toilet's like kind of messed up. Sink is just straight up broken, and whoever threw him on the bathtub just left him there, like slouching over it basically.
So what was the exact I was slightly distracted when you were getting the job. What is the job exactly? Find this guy? Beat him up?
Talk about this guy. This is Naomi, the girl we're looking for.
Okay. We're looking for her.
I believe this is the boyfriend.
Yeah.
The sink is like broken.
Yeah, so like, ceramic sink.
Yeah.
So the sinks in these apartments, they're ceramic, but they're very small, like apartment style. They're not like big sinks like we are used to here in America. They're much smaller, more like a computer monitor size. And the entire like left-hand side is like smashed open. Sorry, right-hand side is smashed, like someone like threw this guy's face through it.
Somebody pretty strong like beat the ever-loving shit out of him and then shot him in the face.
Yeah. So someone
without having to look through. Actually, I sorry, I don't want to let you guys get through, but I don't want you to miss this. There's a audio disc sitting on top of Trent. It's like, imagine like somebody like with like a CD basically set right on top of his body.
Okay.
Is this left for whoever finds him or a specific person? Either way.
Nah, only one.
Let's let's use it.
How stinky is he? Has he been here for a while?
Maybe a day.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh, so you'd be super cold.
Yeah. Not recent, but not like really rotten yet.
All right.
I don't know from what the was telling us, he was a rotten person to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really to be completely honest, it's kind of hard to get a general guideline based on smell or anything because he's just a bad smelling person in general. I mean, like he's wearing like junky clothes basically. Like he's spends his days getting high, drinking. That's it.
Oh, loser does that.
I mean, he probably doesn't shower is the big thing here. Not necessarily the activities. It's the doesn't couple it with anything useful on the side of it. So it's not like he's a gamer. He doesn't do something good with his life.
He just lives.
No, there's several harsh drugs that go around. Some of the chemicals that go through. There's a thing. It's got a nickname, Rift Juice. It's essentially like something you inject in your system. It's just basically magical energy from. Well, they claim it's from a rift, but it's probably not. It's just essentially condensed magical energy that you inject into your body to give yourself like an ethereal high.
Ooh.
But it's extremely illegal because it's a high fatality rate.
Sounds pretty good.
The best drugs are.
If you guys care, there's multiple audio players in here or audio log players in here. You could use the TV, you could use the computer, which is still on facing the bed.
Yeah, I'll use the TV. I'll be like, hey guys, you coming in? We got some shit to listen to.
I'll check
Yeah,
the
let's do it. Movie night.
Yeah, what?
Movie night.
computer.
It looks like he was just basically watching
Porn.
the news on there over there too. Yes, that's what was actually playing was presumably he was sitting on the bed before he whatever happened.
Are there any emails that are like very exposition heavy?
That'd be convenient, but no.
Okay.
I check under the bed for
To be
things.
completely honest, remember most people can't read or write, so email is not a
I
thing.
forgot about that. No email.
Yeah, to be completely precise for you guys, 87% illiteracy rate. 87%.
I also forgot that I can't read, as was previously stated like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, we just talked about this.
So I look at this computer for a second and I'm just like, what the fuck am I even doing?
No, I mean computers are all touchscreen. Like there's no start button or like words.
Yeah.
It's all pictures pretty much.
Because of the nobody can read.
Yep. Very specifically. And like the computers, to be very, very clear, like these are like 90% for entertainment. It's not like you use these for work.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, it's mostly to stream the state news and stuff. So,
Yeah.
Very streamlined.
They're propaganda machines.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. You can watch some of their propaganda like TV shows. Those are pretty good.
Yeah,
Cartoons
talking
and
heads
stuff.
and squawk boxes.
Uh,
All right, let's listen to this fucking thing.
Superhero thing on Grand Theft Auto or whatever it is.
Yep,
Anyways,
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
I can't do that. So the audio log. Are you guys gonna try and close the door at all, or are you guys gonna leave it pried open?
Well,
I'm
fucking
gonna close the
it.
door.
Johnny,
Yeah,
you
then-
coming in?
I just never moved my character.
Oh, okay. Well,
Come
close
on,
that fucking door
Sorry.
when you come in.
yeah, you.
Fine, I will lean against the door.
No, seeing as you actually care to try and close the door, you can actually get it closed well enough. It doesn't sit really good in the jam anymore, so it's kind of like you push it, and it kind of slides in there. Whoever left, just by that, you can tell didn't care. So the audio log, there's a brief moment of nothingness kind of going, but then suddenly, like kind of within the static and everything, like a very low, kind of husky male voice starts, and he says, "You fuck big. Where's the credits?" And then a higher pitch, kind of slow talking voice, presumably Trent, is like, "Oh hey man, shit man, my girl will have some creds when she gets home. I ain't got nothing on me though." And the male, the huskier voice goes back, "Trent, you owe Jean 300 credits. She better have all of it or you're dead." And Trent's like, "Man, I told Jean I'd get him the credits next week after I make the sale to the Hightown boys. Jean doesn't trust you with the following through. Tell your girl to bring back 300 or you can kiss your ass goodbye." Shit, man. 300 in one night? You fucking crazy? Naomi isn't that good looking. She can't make that one night even if she slept with her customers. You're a real piece of shit, man. Your girl works hard, and you fucking treat her like shit while sitting around getting high all day. Suddenly, you just hear like a female voice in the background, but you can't really make out what it says. And then you hear Trent. He's like, "Oh shit, man, that bitch is home early again. Hey, Naomi, you got the money I told you to bring?" And then you hear, presumably Naomi, "No, dear. It's a slow day, and Brindle said I can have I can't have any more advances on my salary to pay for your drugs. And then you just hear, and the log cuts off.
So he's beaten and shot. So now we gotta find
That's
Naomi?
fine. Fuck that guy.
Well, fuck him, but like, why? The debt was paid with, well, I guess it wasn't. It was paid with blood, but that's not enough. So now what? Where's she? Why?
All right. Hear me out. We were
Yeah.
just supposed to come check on her and find information. We checked on her. We found information. If we go back with what we have, he might go, "Hey, I'll pay you an extra blah 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 if you track her down."
Yeah.
Yep.
How about we do that?
Yeah, I mean, to be very clear about this, 200 credits just for doing like this, that's actually a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To put on this perspective, most jobs pay 10 to 15 credits a day. That's like day-to-day
Sure.
jobs. So like that's a lot of money. Like he clearly cares about Naomi. Like he said, it's kind of like a daughter to him almost.
Yeah.
So he's pretty serious about making sure that she's taken care of.
Do I know Jean?
No. Well, why don't you guys give me a streetwise check? 10% penalty.
22.
Is that a success or no?
Yes. Success. A pretty good one.
So those of you that succeeded, did you succeed or not? I'm guessing Justin's rolling. No.
No, I did not succeed.
Jean,
No.
what's up, Katrina?
I don't remember my streetwise. I had it written down, but I don't anymore. I rolled a 45, so that's 55, so probably a fail.
Yeah, and with the 10% penalty.
Wow.
Yep, so, okay. So Jean is actually a kind of prominent name. Give me just 2 seconds here. He's, what's the right way to put it? He's a mid-range drug dealer, but more so like the thug type where he gets people addicted and then basically ends up killing most of them
Oh.
because once they run out of money, he has no reason to keep trying to leech off them.
Oh.
The reason why you know him is you probably never met him. In fact, you've probably never had real contact with him, but you know his boys. You know his boy Sanders. Sanders is a pretty prominent thug in, we'll say, the underworld. You've seen him rough people up in bars a couple times.
So Sanders was probably the one doing this whooping, I say.
Most likely. The one thing I will say is he's not a bad guy in like the overzealous, like to beat you up kind of guy. It's more of like he's just doing it for the money. He doesn't care.
Yeah, but he has no remorse, but he also has no like agenda to be a bad guy.
He doesn't give a fuck about killing a junkie, basically.
Yep.
Job's a job.
Yep.
Yep.
We've all
He's
been
been,
there.
he's pretty loyal to Gene. You don't know if there's any relation with him other than just a good source of money or what, but you know that nobody's been able to bribe him out of Gene's debt.
All right. So, yeah, Gene's an asshole. He doesn't need to be doing what he's doing anymore. But Sanders is a pretty loyal dog. He'll fight for him. So I don't know how you want to handle this, but I think the town would be. I think Gene's run his fucking course.
Yeah,
Does it
I mean,
look like this place got like did they take stuff of value to? Or
no.
It just kind of got sorted through a little bit.
Yep, like I said, there's a good chance, actually, now that you kind of have a little bit more information, there's a good chance that it might have just been Naomi that searched through it really quick when she got back. Like I said, there's some things that were quickly brushed through, so maybe there was a conversation after the beatdown, and maybe she just grabbed a few things, but it doesn't look like somebody tore the place apart. It does look like somebody kind of browsed through a little bit, but you don't see. I mean, there's plenty of valuable things. The computer systems, those are worth money. Everything around could be sold for something, but they didn't bother with it. So
It looked like maybe she just came in, saw her dead boyfriend, and then grabbed her shit and took off, maybe?
Well, I mean, she was
Here.
here before he died,
Yep, she came back.
while the dude was still there.
Yeah, so it's like she saw the beating, maybe ran, didn't see the murder, came back, saw the body and grabbed some shit and ran.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have no idea how long the beatdown took. She might have just grabbed some shit while
Yep.
that was going on.
This Gene guy, like what he does if you don't have his shit, like obviously pointing to the bathroom, but like they could have taken stuff to make up for the debt.
Right.
Yeah, I
But-
mean, to clarify, a computer system like they have at the desk there, like by their bed, that's like a 2,000 credit system. You could easily sell it for 1,000 or more.
Seems weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's branching out and going to a different line of work.
So like, so we're thinking like Taken,
Human trafficking.
Maybe.
right? Like,
I don't know.
Well, he did mention that he thought that he treated his girlfriend like shit, so maybe he liked her.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? Maybe she's just maybe
Yeah, I mean,
maybe she
like I
wants to
said-
fucking be lost.
I mean, that's actually, with that, it's a fair point. You've never seen Sanders treat anybody badly outside of his jobs, so maybe they just had a thing.
What are all these surrounding buildings?
The different apartments here? Or what are you talking about?
Yeah, like all these black spots with doors on them.
It's all apartments. You're an apartment building.
All right. I don't know.
Each one of the doors presumably leads to another apartment.
But,
They all have apartment numbers on them, so.
I would go like knock on the closest two and see if they heard anything about like, you know, people.
So you're just
Yeah.
gonna go like one right across the hall?
Yeah, and then the one sharing the wall.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
a gunshot's got to be pretty loud in a carpets building. And guns are pretty illegal, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You probably hear it.
Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna go head on out here and knock on the door and be like, hey.
Yeah. Johnny, you want to come with? I don't know why people seem to trust you.
He's just got that face you can trust.
Right.
Something like that.
I figured that was subtle enough.
So you can hear that there's there was a program on, but the moment you knock, like you hear that sound go away, and no one answers the door.
Hey, couple locals, not coalition, trying to help out Brindle, looking for Naomi.
Naomi.
Wondering if you knew anything.
It takes a good, like, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds. It's like almost that point where you're like kind of getting annoyed where you're going to repeat yourself or just walk away.
Yep.
And the door cracks just slightly open. It's a young lady, probably around Naomi's age, so like very early 20s maybe.
Okay.
Just like some big guy came in and I just heard noise, so I looked up my peephole and he didn't waste time. He just kicked down their door. And then a short while later, I heard some arguing and then a gunshot. I honestly, I hid under my bed after I heard the gunshot. But I heard Naomi like yelling at this guy and I heard her crying and then I heard her going down the hall. I didn't see anything, but maybe he took her.
Okay. Do you remember at all if you heard two different footsteps or just like, or they left together? Like, you know,
I don't
ran
know.
she ran down and then he followed, or just
No, no, she was walking and like talking, kind of like yelling a little bit, like I don't know, panicky voice it sounded.
okay.
I couldn't hear the gentleman, the guy, so he must not have been yelling too loud. That's me, not her. She didn't say gentleman.
Right, right. Okay.
That's Blaine, not.
Right, right.
All right. Do you know?
By the way,
are you friends with
I-
Naomi? Okay, go ahead.
yeah, I am. One thing I want to point out is that the apartment that they have is a very big apartment for this area. Like, they were living pretty lofty in terms of size. If you
Okay.
look, most of the apartments are pretty small. They have one of the ideal sizes. It doesn't have like the window views, which not everyone cares about that, but like it's a pretty good size.
Yeah.
So, I just want to point that out. They seem to be living above their means a bit for her being a waitress and him a druggie. I was friends with Naomi. What's that?
Not to mention, like, the equipment they have. If he was really that hard up for money, he could have pawned off his computer system and gotten the money for the
Computer and
drug.
a TV. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't make any sense if he's a debt collector. If he
Yeah.
was really that hard up for money, he could have pawned shit. Like, druggies do that. They pawn and steal shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot your debt collector background. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of red flags
Yeah.
for this.
Like, you would have just taken this stuff, right?
If he would have either taken as collateral or he would have threatened him more and given more options to get the money. Like a generic threat once and then just automatically kicking the door. You're not making money off of that.
So yeah, either
doesn't
Gene is starting to just, you know, not give a fuck, and he's just getting ruthless. Like, all right, you missed it, kill him, you know. Or
He's very well known for being that kind of person in general.
okay.
So you're
And
given a leeway in your debts, but if you don't make your first due payment, you don't have to worry about the second one because you're dead.
And
Okay.
that's kind of why I said that we might need to just take care of Gene, and because if he now is taking, like, basically involving Naomi in this, I'm like, all right, well, fuck him. he's done.
Yeah,
But
I mean, like, Gene doesn't have a loyal square. Like, he's not like well known, well respected. Like, if he disappeared, not many people would bat an eye. The only loyalty he has is the money he throws at his guards,
yeah.
his thugs.
So yeah, do you know what Naomi did for work? And then
You're asking the girl.
yeah, and then her boyfriend.
Naomi worked down at the bar. Anything's better than water. I do know that Brindle, the barkeeper, the owner, kind of like looked after her. She's kind of like a daughter to him, sort of.
Do you know if
I
she
don't.
did anything else on the side?
No, but I imagine Brindle wouldn't let her down. I mean, he raised her partially, so I imagine that he treated her well. But her boyfriend, Brent's a low gangbanger. He's a druggie. He just basically did anything he can for the next high. I do know that he treated Naomi like shit, but Naomi always thought he could change, so.
I'm gonna come out in the hallway. Can I ask her questions without her freaking out?
Oh, she's not going on the hallway, like, so, like,
I'm coming out in the hallway.
oh, okay.
How long have Naomi and Trent been together?
I think they've been together a few years now. They moved in here about a year ago.
Has the guy that you saw before, you ever seen him around here before?
Oh, I didn't see him. I just saw the back of him. I don't know. He was big, and he was wearing gear. Nothing I would consider street clothes.
Is there a lot of traffic that goes in and out of the apartment?
Oh, absolutely. So in this one apartment, there's probably like 300-400 people that live here.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
No, I mean-
remember these are all like tall buildings that
That's
are like
right.
crammed with people.
Going into his apartment. Sorry.
Oh, like into his apartment? No, not really at all. There's people that come by for 5-10 minutes, but that's about it. But he's a druggie, so I imagine it's just his druggie pals.
Yeah.
Yeah, when someone's got money, everyone shows up.
Yeah. I don't know if Trent was dealing, but I know he at least did drugs.